Yo,
Hey, what's up, bro?
how you doing, man?
Good, good, man. Just out here on the Saturday grind, getting this money as a trucker. But trying to get inspired, man, and get in this game of cargo hauling, and just jumping and getting my own authority. And I kind of want to just ask a few things because I have a TWIC card and I have a Hazmat endorsement, and I've been trucking the last 5 years. And will I have more of an advantage to get obviously get more loads and certain different styles of cargo hauling? Uh, and I'm just trying to figure out what I can use that I already have and to apply it to joining the cargo industry. What
What
would
are
you
you?
recommend? And
What are you doing now? Are you a company driver?
yeah, I drive for a company for Hub Group,
Okay.
and
Looks like you're in a.
but I'm all, yeah,
Go
I'm in a
ahead.
flatbed with a little Moffett. We deliver all over, home deliveries,
Home.
etc.
Who you got? You guys do Home Depot, right? Or is that Cardinal?
Yeah,
You guys
yeah,
do.
yep.
You do
And
Home Depot, right? Yeah.
yeah, yeah. And I found out, and the reason I got this job is because I was doing roadie, uh, and I was doing all my end of like carrier stuff in my personal vehicle, and I found my boy. He actually drives for this company, so he got me on. But I don't, I make good money, but I just did, for me being, independent, I was making a whole lot more, and just the freedom, I'm trying to get back to that the lifestyle of just being independent and an entrepreneur. Uh, and, uh, but I want to use what I have, like my commercial license. I just want to know, like, get in this box truck game would be as smart to get in, like, to get in the box truck or get in the cargo van first to kind of get my feet wet a little bit, and then kind of progress into the commercial side of getting a box truck and starting my business doing to get in that caliber.
So you saying you went from roadie to the Hub Group,
Yeah, but I just say
and
I can't work for nobody, bro. I just can't do it, bro. I know my hustle. I know what I'm about, and I do all right when I do my own thing. And I've been doing off and on gig work for like 5 years, and I've made a good amount of money, and I was able to start some small businesses in between. As I was doing that, and I'm just, I see the potential that it's taking me to, and the more that I'm here at work, the more I'm crushing my dreams, and I'm trying to get back to the grind. So I'm thinking about buying a cargo van, something for like 15 to 20 thousand dollars, and just kind of start off doing the gig work first, like dispatch, carrier, and all these other companies, because I've already got experience with them. Uh, and then eventually, as I start building my network, I want to probably take it to a higher level, which but I want to start off with the first smart thing to do. Would you recommend getting in the cargo industry, uh, getting a cargo van? I'm sorry, getting a cargo van and doing the gig work to kind of just start building my platform again, and then expand, and then I know I still got to get my LLC and a few other things to be legit, but I just wanted some insight on that, just make sure I'm going in the right direction.
so my here's I got a question. Why didn't you just go from the cargo? I mean, from the gig to a cargo van? Because you went from gigs to CDL driving for a
Yeah, well,
company. I,
I've been driving
and
CDLs for off and on, bro. So
but now you want to
I'd
go back.
rather do my own.
But now you want to go back
Yeah.
to gigs to work your way up.
Well, I kind of already know I know my area. So I know my market here in Sacramento, California. So I know the potential. So it's kind of, I'm not really going back down. I'm just going back to being independent again. Uh, I mean, honestly, I make more money doing gig work than I do driving for this company, you know? And the whole thing is just to have I want to free up my time again because I'm working 6, 10 hour days and I don't have no time to build my company. So that's why I want to get back out and start back where I left off. But now that I got some capital, I'm able to invest into my business now and to have it start off, versus having to go back and rebuild everything, So I'm kind of at that middle stage right now to taking it to where it could be full time. And so for me as a person, I know what I want and I know my worth and I know what I'm capable of doing already in this industry. So I just want to know, like, should I jump into, what I'm familiar with, or maybe kind of look into box trucks and use my commercial license to have that, then maybe that might be an up and up because a lot of people don't have a commercial license that can haul certain things or haul hazmat materials, and I have all that to kind of back me up to get started, and I'm already with the FMSDA, so I already have a great driving record, etc. Yada yada yada. So I just want to know, like, what would be a good way for me or a good direction for me to go into in my position where
Well,
I'm at right now.
I mean, if you got all these endorsements, I mean, obviously, if you want to scale back, I would scale down to I would get a CDL box truck.
Okay.
I get a CDL box truck and go from there.
Yeah. And would you recommend? I know a lot of these platforms, they don't really require. I mean, do they require a certain year box truck? Because I see a lot of California. There's
Well,
all these
well,
laws and shit
you're in
with
California, so yeah.
emissions and all that.
So forget the platforms. You got Gavin Newsom. So first thing you need to do is see what
Oh
Gavin
man, he
Newsom
gotta
wants.
go.
So you got
Well, he
special.
might
You
get
got.
assassinated, man.
We don't want to say that.
But
We don't
yeah,
want to say
anyway,
that. But your state,
all
California,
respect.
you want your state. You guys got special requirements that you got to meet. So before you even deal with the
Hmm.
platforms, you got to see what Gavin Newsom wants. So I don't. Last time I checked, I don't think you guys can get anything older than a 2016 or 2017, something like that. Don't get me
Yeah,
wrong. You got to
yeah,
look it up yourself. Hold on, let me look. I can look real quick.
yeah.
Let's
I've
give
looked at a couple
it.
carriers that wanted to hire me on, and they wanted a minimum of 2017. Um, but
Uh, yeah, I can't find it, but I think it's 2016 or 2017. You got to look it up.
okay,
You got to look it up yourself. I don't know. So
yeah, yeah.
whatever
Would you
whatever
recommend?
California requires that
Yeah,
minimum, then that's what you got to start with, and then I mean that's not that old. So whatever it is, 2017, every platform will accept that. You don't have to worry
yeah.
about that. Your concern out there in California more is what Gavin Newsom wants.
Gotcha. Yeah. And then would you recommend starting out with like a certain size box truck, or pull the trigger
26.
and get a
I
26
mean,
footer?
get a 26. Just make sure it's a CDL 26,
Okay.
which would be
Yep.
cheaper. They're cheaper than the non CDL. So
Yeah. Okay. And all right, cool, man. Yeah, I just wanted to kind of just get some assurance, just because what I already got. I mean, if I'm trying to get into something that's gonna just help me out to make a little bit more. Um,
how much money are
but
you making now? How much are you making now?
uh, hourly or yearly?
Yearly.
Uh, Gross is about 107,000. So, and that all fluctuates with overtime and everything else. So it could be up to 120 maybe.
With the
So
hub group,
it's
right?
kind of if or and. Yeah. But like I said, they take away your time. You have you're working, you know,
All right. So here's the question.
I'd rather invest in
Here's the
my
question.
business.
Here's the
But
question. How much time you think you're gonna put driving for yourself?
that's the thing. I'd rather do it for myself than do it for somebody else. You
All
know,
right. Let me ask you this.
it's
Let me ask you
but
this. How much money do you think you're gonna take home when you do it for yourself?
girl, at the, probably around 60,000. I would
So
say after
so
taxes and everything else.
so you understand you're gonna take home less than what you're making right now. You understand that, right?
Yes, sir. Yep. But it's
As
only
long as
temporary though. You know.
so you plan on
Go
scaling
ahead,
it,
my man.
right?
Yes, sir. So I've just learned a lesson. You know, in order in order for me to make anything grow, I have to make sure I'm available. You know, to be there. I can't be there and scale my business if I'm driving here full time. So yes, I gotta take the risk, but that's all right. I mean, I've built myself from nothing to where I'm at now. You know, and I can do it again and again and again with a little bit of faith. It can get you a long way. You know, so I know the process of getting here, and it's nothing that I'm afraid about. But I know where I intend to go and where I want to be at. You know, 5 years from now, and you know, it can take a couple years to get to where I need to be, but that's all right. You know, it all pays off in the end. You know.
Mm-hmm. All right. I just wanted to make sure. A lot of people think they go get a truck and they hear the gross number, but they don't understand the operational cost that's associated with it. And then they don't
Hmm.
understand, after all those operational costs, what they actually are left with, or what they're actually able to pay themselves. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
it sounds like
Yeah.
so, and you have a plan and you're understanding that you're going to take a hit initially, but you have a plan and aspirations
Yes,
to
sir.
scale. So,
Yes, sir. And, you know, but yeah, I mean, the beautiful thing about having what I'm doing now is that I'm funding my business as we speak because all this money I'm making is going into my business. And if I have to keep doing the driving for a little bit longer to get my company running to where it needs to be, then I can finally jump out of this truck and do, and then I'll have everything in order, and I won't be in debt, you know, starting out. And you know, what I'm trying to do now is just pay everything off cash. And so when I get into this, you know, I'll have everything already going. I'll have my contracts lined up, yada yada yada. And then once I have all my ducks in a row, then I'll go ahead and hang up these keys and tell my boss, hey man, it's nice knowing you. Gotta go, but I'm chasing this dough. See you later, man. You know, and
okay.
that's the overall goal. But I just want to know, like, so you know, you elaborated. It's probably better to jump into box truck business that I have a CDL. Um, I'm sure I can make a little bit more money with having a CDL, correct? Than getting in a cargo van.
Yeah, because you're going over the road, right?
Some days, but a lot of local. I'm trying to get a lot of local accounts. So I got a few people that I already been talking with. Some old companies I used to work for, and we're talking. You know, I'm already out there hustling, bro, trying to get contracts as we speak. You know what I mean? I come in contact with so many people and contractors. I'm already handing my business card. Hey, I'm about to get this. I'm about to get my cargo van. I'm about, you know, if you guys want to hire me, hit me up, you know. Um, and, you know, I got about 5 people right now that told me as soon as you get your truck, let me know. And so that's kind of how I've been doing it. It seems to be working. You know, it seems to be working.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, yeah. As long as you have a plan, yeah. I don't,
Okay.
you know. I mean, you got a CDL, so like I said, I would get a CDL box truck so that you can pull those heavier loads. You got those endorsements, so I would try to capitalize on the fact that you can haul heavier than non CDL box
Hmm.
trucks and the fact that you got those endorsements. as well.
Mm-hmm.
That's where your money is going to come from. So I would
Okay.
capitalize on that. I mean, if
On a,
you just want to
on
do
another note,
local, if you just want to do local
uh-huh.
non CDL stuff, then I mean, you can do that too. But you got a
You
CDL,
think
you
there's
got
money in doing?
endorsements. So.
You think with CDLs, is there a lot of? I mean, do you recommend working local? I mean, if I can find the work, but do you think I should work local with the CDL, or should I take it over the road and go that route?
I mean, that's up to you. You said you're in Sacramento, right? So you're in what, Silicon
Yeah.
Valley, right?
No, I'm over here, Sacramento. It's about 6 hours from LA. So we're over by the Bay Area. I'm about an hour and a half from the Bay Area, so I can commute to the Bay. I know there's plenty of work up there. You know,
Where are the ports at out there in LA? Near
there's
LA?
Stockton. There's ports in Stockton. There's ports LA. There's ports in the Bay. I mean, I got a kind of good. I got a good where I'm at right now because everywhere is like within an hour to 2 hour, of a reach. For me to tap into those areas as well.
I saw a ring. You're
So
married, right? You're married, right? Looks like you're married.
yes, sir. Yep. And my wife's all about letting me. She's a business owner too, so she's okay with me doing what I'm doing. She trusts that I know what I'm doing because I proved to her that I can do it. And the more that I'm doing this stuff, I'm just I'm starting to see like, man, I can do pretty much anything I put my mind to, and it's really opened my mind to trust in my attributes versus trusting in somebody else. Telling me, hey man, you need to show up and punch this clock in. I've learned that I can get there. So my wife, she agrees, and she's down with me going ahead and getting the truck, and she don't care as long as I'm happy and she's happy, and and life is good.
How old are you?
I'm 30, 38.
I mean, kids.
No kids, but I got stepchildren, but they're all grown.
Okay. So I would do the CDL box truck. I mean, sounds like you said you want to stay local. So, I mean, that decision is up to you whether you want to go local or stay
Hmm.
local, rather, or go over the
Okay.
road. I can't, I mean, that decision is up to you and your household, what you want to do. But to answer the question that you
Gotcha.
asked me initially, as far as the cargo van or the box truck, just based off
Hmm.
the credentials that you have, and even with the experience that you have, like with what you're doing right now, then I think it would be better to just transition to a CDL box truck. I wouldn't go to a cargo van with the credentials and
Okay.
the experience that you have. You know what I'm saying? I would just go to a
Yeah.
CDL box truck.
Okay. Sounds good, man. Well, yeah, I'm definitely gonna keep stacking this bread, man, and shop around and looking more into it. And you offer classes on this stuff too, right? To get you going.
Mm-mm. Yeah,
Not okay.
I don't have any products for sale.
Gotcha. For sure, man. Well, hey, if you want to make some stock money, say my email, bro. Hit me up.
You said if I want to
I don't
do what
mind
now?
paying. If you want to make some stock money, I don't mind paying that for information. Because there might be hiccups in the road where I need to call somebody or whatnot. And if you're available, I don't mind paying you for your time. Uh, you know.
Just join the Discord. I'm in there most of the day. Just come in there and ask what you got to ask.
Okay. For sure.
All right.
All right, man. Cool, bro. Well, hey, I appreciate your time, man, and thanks for elaborating everything for me. And I appreciate what you do, bro. And, keep being an inspiration and feeding hope into these people out here, man. Because anybody can do it, man. Real shit. Anybody can do this.
Appreciate you, man. Be
Yes,
safe out
sir.
there.
All right, my man. Yes,
All right. Be
sir. Have a
safe.
blessed day.
You too.
Yep.
Later.